Hey everyone, Mr. Newman here. I'm going to do this quiz review very quickly because if you are stuck on any of these or forget, you should go back to one of the explanation videos. This is just for your sake, so I would recommend trying all of these problems first and then coming back to the video and you can see the work. So, I'm going to do the work on almost half of these. First of all, you notice we go by 4 each time, the first step is 8. Those are the two things you need for your explicit and recursive rules. Also remember, I'm going to write this up here, your rules follow these formats. So the explicit rule should look like that. Notice I've color-coded the parts we replace. And so f of n is equal to 8 plus 4, because 8 is the first step and plus 4 is the common difference. And the n minus 1 stays the same, so there's our rule, our explicit rule. For the recursive formula, recursive rule, we always need to say what f of 1 is, and we also need to write this down with the common difference. So notice that again they're color-coded, so our first step is 8, and we take the previous step and we always add 4 to it, so that's what that second line means. So there's the recursive rule. On this next problem, we have the first step is 11, and the common difference is -4, because you subtract 4 every time. So there's the explicit rule. And there is your two equations. Just remember you need both for your recursive rule. Try those two on your own now. All right. Now we're going to give you just a list of numbers. If you want to write above it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that might help. So step 1 is 45, step 2 is 50, step 3 is 55. And remember, step 1 is 45, and the common difference is plus 5. The rules are the exact same as before, so instead of doing this for you, I'm just going to let you complete those two problems. This last kind of problem is one that would earn you a 3 on the quiz. It's a little more thinking. So for example, for the explicit rule for an arithmetic sequence is that. I think your sheet of paper does a better job of capturing the equation. In the first 4 terms of the sequence, just plug in n equals 1, then n equals 2, n equals 3, and then n equals 4, and that should give you the first 4 terms. Over here, you just need to write down what the values of the points are. So for example, that first point is 1, 100. And if you write down the value for each point, you can make a table of values and solve that just as if it were just a table. All right. On the other side here, this is a practice for 4.3. Notice your equation, C of m equals 55. That means to get 1, you're going to plug in 1. That gives us 55. Plug in 2, you get 110. And you can do the same thing for C of 3 and C of 4. For a common difference, that's how much you add by each time. So notice I find each time we add by 55, so the common difference is plus 55. Try this second one on your own now. All right, for this last one, you need to read the question. This would be similar to a 3 on the 4.3 quiz. So I might give you the table of values, but I might not. So notice that the cost is $20 per month. I underline that in green because anytime you see the word per, that's going to be your common difference. That's how much it changes by each month. The first cost is $30. That's going to be our initial value. So remember, initial one is 30. So with those two, you can now figure out the common difference. I already wrote it down. And you can figure out an equation in order to find the total cost of a 1-year swim pass. Well, remember that 1 year has 12 months, and we're measuring these in months. So be careful with what the input is. Finish the rest of these on your own. Thank you for watching.